Hi guys, so from the title of this video you will see that Luna has unfortunately passed away. This all happened 2nd of December, and I just want to say why and how she passed away, because at the end of this video there will be a remembrance bit of her, but there's a lot to explain. So Luna was 2 years and 9 months old, and for a hedgehog that's not old, that's probably about middle age. She started to become unwell in September. Now, she started to eat the fleece that she was on, which I thought was weird because all of the research I've done, nobody said, oh, my hedgehog suddenly started eating the fleece, and we had to change it and put newspaper and stuff in there, and she had to have an operation to get it out of her teeth and her mouth and all that, because she was losing weight because she wasn't eating. And then she was just getting better. She was getting better, but then she started to lose weight again, and we couldn't understand why, or because her weight just kept gradually dropping over the month. Took her back to the vet. She had a scan to see if she had cancer, and they said she was cancer free, which I'll go on to in a minute. And they said they couldn't see what was wrong with her, so I started syringe feeding her. I got her dry kibble and mushed it up and put it in a syringe, and then started feeding her like 4 times a day, every day. And she was still losing weight, even though I knew she was having food in her. I checked her mouth. There was nothing wrong with her mouth, nothing wrong with her teeth. She seemed completely fine, but I couldn't understand why she was losing all this weight. So she started to get a little bit better, and her weight wasn't going down, it was sort of stable. And I was like, great, this is great. And then my parents went away on holiday, and literally in those few days she lost 40 grams. And I called the vet, and the only vets that could look at hedgehogs was closed Saturday afternoon and Sunday, and then they reopened Monday morning. So I was like, oh, it's okay, I'll take her in Monday morning, she'll be fine till then. And then on Sunday she was looking quite ill, and it was weird, her white fur went grey, and she just wasn't herself, is the only way I could describe it. And then that Monday morning, it was really horrible. I'll try not to go too much into detail, but she couldn't stand up anymore, and because she was so weak. Because I mean, she was so thin, like there was no muscle or anything, and yeah, it was really horrible to watch her just become so frail in just a very short space of time. And I took her to the vets that morning, asking them for some antibiotics, because I said, if this is an infection, and hopefully she can fight it off, because like I say, she's not old. And the vet sort of looked at her, and his face just fell, and he just said, it's not an infection or anything like that, it's something to do with what's happening inside of her. And he said this looks like either kidney failure or liver failure, which can be caused by cancer. And I said, well, she's had the scan, she definitely doesn't have cancer. But he said the scan doesn't show up all types of cancer, which I was a bit annoyed about, because I spent £100 on that, and then they told me she's cancer free, and then I get told that no, she probably does have cancer. It's like, oh well, thank you for telling me that. Yeah, and she was unresponsive at this point. She was just breathing, that's literally all she was doing. And the vet basically said that she was going to die, and it's up to me if she dies at the vet's under anaesthetic or if she dies at home. In the end, I chose to have her put to sleep at the vet's, because I didn't want to take her home and then she'd be in a lot of pain for a long time before she died. And it feels really, really bad that I've lost Absalom, who was middle-aged, and now Luna, who was middle-aged, in 2 months. And it's horrible because I tried my best, and I know they both died out of obviously things I couldn't control, but it still doesn't make me feel any better. I've sold Luna's vivarium and it feels extremely empty in my room without her. I will try and make more YouTube videos. I've had some weeks to process this now, but I don't want this channel just to become about rabbits. I will like film Daisy. I'm just trying to think of what to film her on, but yeah, I don't really know what to do at the moment, but it does feel very empty without Luna, and watching her pass away at the vets was horrible. And yeah, when you expect to have a pet for a few years and you don't, because they pass away early, I feel like it feels worse than what, you know, it does if like they were old and at least they had a good life and then they pass away, rather than they're only middle-aged and then they die of an illness. So I thought I would just make this introduction video, explaining how she passed away, why she passed away, or I think she passed away, because it's a lot to explain. And yeah, I'll try and have some more uplifting videos out soon. But thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this montage of Luna's life. Bye.